Y'all, get in here, get in here. Blac Chyna's messy mama Toni just stepped into the chat and spilled some major tea about how Jay-Z and his shady management company Roc Nation allegedly ganged up to frame Diddy for all these crimes so they can take the attention away from Jay. According to Tokyo, Jay is also involved in everything that Diddy is being accused of. But Roc Nation does not want all that to be exposed because it could potentially lead to him getting thrown in jail right along with Diddy. What makes this even more disturbing is that not too long ago, Jaguar Wright also accused Jay of allegedly being the cause of deaths of a lot of people and silencing his victims. But now, Tokyo saying the same thing. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably don't take nothing Tokyo says seriously because of how messy she is. But she's been in the industry a long time and she's seen way more than any of us have. So even though she real messy with the delivery, some people still believe that there's some truth to what she's saying. And baby, she's been saying a lot. If y'all remember, Toni came under a lot of heat last December when she made some serious allegations about Beyonce using her daughter Blue Ivy to lead other black kids astray. She called Beyonce a devil and said she's only using Blue as a prop to make herself some money and destroy black kids.
Try again. Girl, please. Get out of here. Scripted, made up pieces and portions. Dear Beyonce, can you do me a favor? Can you go where Eldred went to the moon? Go there. Build your house there with your husband and your kids. And she go with him. They go all over. Why are you our black children through your daughter? I don't care nothing about your beehive. Those little demons will get sprayed down with my mouth. Pure holy water. How do you feel knowing you are the person who you are today? This is not a condemning. This is a fact. You are like an artificial plant, literally and figuratively.
At the time, people dragged Tonio to filth for this and told her to keep Blue's name out of her mouth. But if y'all know Tokyo, she don't care for what anybody has to say. Just weeks after all this mess, she appeared in an interview with Real Life Productions and doubled down on what she said. This time, she didn't just accuse Beyonce of allegedly being a demon, but she also dragged Jay-Z into it and said that Jay-Z and Beyonce's ending was gonna come sooner than we think. She said Jay and Beyonce think they're above accountability, but there's only so much damage they can do before they get exposed for who they truly are.
Do you feel like something ever will come for Jay-Z and Beyonce? Like like the way, like, are they untouchable?
They demonic. They're gonna demise on their own time. Oh. They're gonna demise. See, you can only play with God but so much. You can only play with so much before something happen. And when he comes, you don't know what order, because he does do things in divine order. So you don't know what order it's gonna come in. See, even down to, I used to like Beyonce. Oh man, that song about the boy, if I was a boy.
Oh yeah.
But then when I started noticing, I'm like, wait a minute, girl. And then I'm noticing this and that and this and that. And it's like, wait a minute. This is so clear. You are such a puppet, Illuminati. I'm not cuss her ass out every day. Every day of the week, I'll be like, what that bitch do today? Yeah, I fuck with her purposely. I don't like her. Why you don't like her? Because my nieces and nephews adore this bitch. And you're not doing nothing for them. That's why I don't like your ass.
Message.
She don't do nothing for these kids.
We thought this was just gonna be the last of it, but Tokyo was not done just yet because she recently went on IG Live and made some claims about Diddy possibly being innocent and getting framed by Roc Nation to save Jay-Z from getting thrown in jail. This immediately got a lot of people's attention because ever since Diddy was arrested, people have been digging to find dirt on Jay too. Because of his real strong affiliations with Diddy, Jay was inviting Diddy over to his annual Roc Nation brunch every year. And just 2 months before Diddy was incriminated in Cassie's lawsuit, he did an interview where he said there are only 2 people in the world that can call him by his first name, and that's his mom and Jay-Z. And not too long ago, DaBaby spilled the tea about the time that he got invited over to Diddy's house to have a private meeting with Beyonce and Jay-Z. He ain't revealed what this meeting was about, but he did say Diddy took a liking to him, and y'all already know what that means.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to. Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop the whoop, and that was just dope. That was dope as hell to me, man. That was dope. That was super dope.
Not only that, but like I said before, people have been digging into Jay since Diddy got arrested, and they actually managed to dig up some dirt on him. For starters, when folks found out that Jay-Z was allegedly in a romantic relationship with Foxy Brown when she was just 15 and he was pushing 30. Word on the street is he manipulated Foxy into this relationship with the promise of elevating her career. But as soon as he got enough of her, he allegedly paid her off and blackballed her. There were even rumors going around at the time that he had allegedly made her terminate the baby she was carrying.
That ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Foxy Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better.
When Jay's ex-best friend, Dame Dash, was later asked if the rumors about Jay having a romantic relationship with Foxy at 15 was true, he didn't deny it. But he got upset that they were asking him that question instead of asking Jay himself.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you did.
putting
I'm
me in
just
that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody. I don't know
You the
nothing about
boss.
that. Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say.
I'm just
What do you
asking.
mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm
when
not
you asking
insinuating.
about
I just
Foxy
asked the
Brown?
question.
I
I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you.
All I'm saying
it sounds
is
like
in
you
this
got
industry,
some-
when we live
it
in these
seems
glass
like you got.
houses.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him because he ain't here.
Now, this is where things get even messier, because even though Dame was not having it when he was asked about Jay's alleged relationship with Foxy, he didn't hesitate to spill the tea when it came to Aaliyah. According to Dame, Jay was inviting Aaliyah over to his parties in a desperate attempt to get her in a relationship with him, but she wasn't having it.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. He was sending flowers and he was courting her.
Because the rumor originally was that you were connected to Jay. Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We had a lot of fun together, but we never dated like that.
Oh, but Dame wasn't done just yet. He revealed that Jay's shady behavior and thirst for associating with weirdos is what made him stop being friends with him. He said he made the decision to cut Jay off from his life when he realized Jay was willing to do anything for power, even if that meant sacrificing the careers of naive girls and associating with predators in the industry. Jay was the loudest R. Kelly supporter, even after he was exposed for dating and marrying Aaliyah when she was just 15. Jay even went as far as shamelessly releasing a joint album with Kelly to make everybody know he was on that man's side. In fact, after Aaliyah's fatal plane crash, it was rumored that her death was a sacrifice that some of the industry elites, aka Jay, Diddy, and of course R. Kelly, had allegedly orchestrated to end her life. This was seemingly confirmed when it was revealed that she wasn't supposed to be on the plane that day. She was given a sedative without her consent, and once she went unconscious, they put her inside.
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him. And so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment.
Now, even though folks believe Beyonce ain't innocent in all this, they've also been speculating that she might have been by Jay too. You see, after Jay had successfully destroyed Foxy's career and allegedly helped in unaliving Aaliyah, he needed another naive underage girl to deceive. So he set his eyes on Beyonce, who was just around 18 at the time. In a since-deleted interview he had back in 2007, he admitted to meeting Beyonce at 16, but waiting till she was 18 to make a move. The interview has been wiped from the internet by his management company Roc Nation, but of course people saw it beforehand and started dragging him to filth. Now, I can't post the interview here because of copyright reasons, but it don't take much to find it if you want to Google. People also called out the fact that Beyonce barely had any real-life experiences with men before she met Jay, and he completely took advantage of that and made her his little side puppet.
Yeah, Beyonce's on. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Once again, this is very similar to what Diddy did to Cassie. She accused Diddy of filling her up with substances and alcohol, including ketamine and ecstasy, causing her to fall into dangerous addictions that controlled her life. Baby, and do y'all remember when Jaguar said Diddy's downfall was eventually also gonna lead to Jay's downfall?
I think the PPD trial has the potential to force Sean Combs to finally be honest about some things that he hasn't been honest about, which could create great leverage for knocking that big lip camel face back into the oblivion in the depths of hell where he came from.
Well, Jaguar ain't the only one who thinks like this, because during Toni's recent IG Live, she boldly demanded for them to free Diddy and said the only reason he's in jail right now is because they want to use him as a scapegoat so other people, aka Jay-Z, can get in the way. She also claimed that the women who attended Diddy's parties knew good and well what was gonna go down over there, but they still went, and now they crying on the internet filing lawsuits like they're victims.
Free Puffy. Free Puffy. We know what's happening. The real ones. Yeah. Free Puffy. Get them on out of there. Why is everybody mad at Puffy? Every celebrity in the world, in the United States, point a finger to a man that they know Ben did this 5, 10, 15 years ago. What a setup. And they, for some reason, still can't snatch it. Good. Any girl that got art, you shouldn't have been there. Oh well. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. Puffy. Puffy, man. So nobody saw you leaning. You ain't voluntarily walked. They just grabbed you and snatched you and threw you in the back. Same with R. Kelly.
Chill, one thing about Tokyo, she gonna say some of the most diabolical stuff you ever heard in your life, and then act like nothing happened. Some people actually agreed with her, but others were not here for the shenanigans, and they called her out for justifying SA. One person said, "You go to a party called a freak-off, see substances, baby oil, and naked people, and still stay and expect nothing to happen? Did I miss anything? Thank you, Tokyo. Everyone and they mama wanted to go to a Diddy party. LOL. Should've stayed home. This mentality is dangerous. Lock her up with him." Another person said, She probably wanna be the one at the parties helping Diddy, and she looks like the type too. Are y'all surprised? But now I wanna know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Tokyo exposing the industry's plan to use Diddy as a scapegoat? And do y'all believe Jay and Roc Nation really set him up? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.